All right, back at it again with the dirty little secret tank. Um, it actually looks worse now. All this algae. It's more than string algae at this point. I did add the water lettuce, the frog bit, to kind of absorb some of the nutrients, and yeah, it still looks like a mess. It looks cool from a distance, but yeah, up close it looks really bad. At this point, the only other option is I'm going to do a water change. I'm going to do a massive water change. Not massive, 50%, 50, but that's still a lot for when it comes to carradinas because I try not to do any water change with the carradina tanks. So yeah, I'm gonna head out to Walmart, buy it's a 40 breeder, so I'll buy about 15 to 20 one-gallon distilled water. Prepare them. I'm gonna have them run for about, well, I'll dump them all in like a tub that I use, Rubbermaid, aquarium safe, food safe. I'll put the salts in it and I'll have it, the water cycle through with like a wave blower for about 24, 48 hours or so. And once I get the TDS to 150, I'm going to keep it close to the tank so that way the temperature will be the same. So once I take the water out of the tank, about 50% change, and put the new water in, the only difference, the only fluctuation that the shrimp will experience is the pH, because the pH obviously is going to be higher, and the buffering pH, because there's no way to buffer the water while I'm preparing it. So it'll raise the pH a little bit, being that it's only 50%. So it might put the pH up to about 6.8, 6.9 for a little bit until the substrate lowers it back down. What is that? Look at that shrimp. I don't know. I'm getting some weird colors. Even that one right there is white. A lot of shrimp in this tank, but the tank is so big. It's hard to see. Every now and then it just pop up and surprise me. So yeah, I'm gonna start preparing the water. It's probably gonna take me about 2 days before I make the change because I want to make the transition as seamless as possible for the shrimp. Um, because of the fluctuation in pH, I don't want to lose any of them. And I'll do this. I'll clean out all the algae first, then do the water change, 50%, and then we'll take it from there. And then I'll do an update to see. But I'm gonna just speed things up, get the water ready, and take it from there. All right, just got back from Walmart. I have my distilled water here. I have about 18. Picked up 15. I had like two or three remainder. So now I'm gonna get these ready to put into the bucket. All right, and this is the 20-gallon bucket that I got from either Walmart or Home Depot, but make sure I checked it so that it is food safe. So it's not going to do anything to the water that will hurt the shrimp. And I'm going to use this wave maker. I'll plug this in, pour the water, the distilled water in here, and let that run for about 24 hours. So that way the water isn't stagnant, it's oxygenated, and the salts are getting mixed. I'm just going to put enough in there to get the TDS to 150. And once that's ready and everything is settled, about 24 hours later, I'll use that in the tank. Okay, so the bucket is all filled up, about 20 gallons or so. Whoa! Did not mean to do that. That was the wave maker. Yeah, don't pull that out. I used to have one of those little fans in there and it just blew. I totally forgot that this thing actually spits out water. That was funny. Anyway, so this is my salty shrimp. Not salty shrimp, this is bee shrimp. I'm going to use this to remineralize. I'm going to get up to 150 every now and then. Put a few scoops in. I think it takes about 15. But what I do is keep checking until it's perfect. All right, so the water changes are done. I did it really slow. I did about 2 gallons every hour, or a gallon every hour. Slowly put the water in the tank. Everything is done. The tank looks a lot better right now. I scraped out most of the algae, and obviously can't get all of it. The shrimp look okay. I don't see any that look stressed out or I didn't lose any. But yeah, um, let's see how it goes now. It was end up being about 60%. Um, so now I'm gonna wait and see. I put the floaters back in there. So there's literally less, should be less nutrients in the tank right now. This is the pretty much the only thing I can do. I mean, it's just gonna take a lot of time because the substrate is so thick. I think I put too much in there because I wanted to. I mean, it's a big tank. I think I did like way too much, and because of that, it just the excess nutrients. So now we'll give it a whirl. I'm just gonna keep adding to the tank anyway, as far as like shrimp and plants. There's a few buried ones in there already. So this is my call tank. So as I pull from all the other tanks, I'm just going to add them to this tank. Hopefully I don't have to do this again, but if not, I don't know, I have to come up with something else. But we'll see how this turns out.